Hello to my channel Chinese Star. Today we will bring you the following hot and exciting news.
Xiao Zhan finally sees the light. The mastermind behind the 227 incident has received retribution, with Wang Yibo unexpectedly implicated. From the 227 incident to his legal victory, Xiao Zhan has spent 5 years proving that the law will ultimately vindicate the innocent. Following the rise of the Untamed, he was suddenly targeted online, with top stars sharing the frustration of walking a tightrope. Now, Legend of the Lost Tomb has surpassed 200 viewership. This battle for his rights not only clears his name but also sets a precedent in the entertainment industry where fans shouldn't pay for their idols' actions. Xiao Zhan's 5-year legal battle has finally come to an end, with the court's ruling bringing relief to everyone who had followed the case. The story began in February 2020, when a fanfiction piece sparked an online uproar. Xiao Zhan's fans collectively reported the platform, stirring up a hornet's nest. The heated argument between the two sides devolved into a chaotic online war, with Xiao Zhan himself caught in the crossfire, facing malicious attacks on his endorsements and works. Xiao Zhan, a young man, has worked his way up from Chongqing. As early as college, he was a prominent figure in the arts, excelling in singing and dancing. In 2015, he competed on the talent show Burning Boy, where his striking appearance and talent distinguished him, leading him to his official debut as a member of the group. His collaboration with Wang Yibo in the 2019 drama The Untamed catapulted him to stardom, their chemistry captivating audiences. But with fame comes controversy, and after the 227 incident, Xiao Zhan was thrust into the spotlight. During that time, he felt like a mute, unable to express his pain. Seeing his career severely impacted, his heart must have been agonizing. His studio issued an apology, but the controversy only intensified, eventually drawing the attention of even the Supreme People's Procuratorate. The most heartbreaking aspects of this controversy was that Xiao Zhan, despite having done nothing wrong, was left to shoulder the responsibility for his fans' actions. A year later, he personally issued a lengthy apology, his words brimming with frustration and heartache. He said he didn't dare speak out at the time, fearing the matter would escalate. By the time he wanted to speak, it was too late. This situation was like walking a tightrope, caught between a rock and a hard place. 5 years isn't a long time, but fortunately, the court ultimately rendered a fair judgment. The two hosts of the Super Chat forum were ordered to publicly apologize and pay compensation. While the amount was small, it was significant. This effectively puts an end to the myth that idols pay for their fans' actions, and anyone who tries to manipulate the situation will have to think twice before doing so. Interestingly, this victory also led to an unexpected twist. It was discovered that the two defendants were actually fans of Wang Yibo, sparking speculation from those who were eager to watch the drama. This was like being caught in the crossfire. Wang Yibo's team reacted swiftly, taking legal action against the rumor mongers, a textbook example of how they handled the situation. Speaking of Xiao Zhan's current situation, things are very different now. The TV series Legend of the Lost Tomb starring him surpassed 2% in viewership ratings upon its broadcast on CCTV, setting a new record for a costume drama in the past 5 years. Director Zhang Xiaolong praised him highly, saying he was the most suitable actor for the role. From being blacklisted online to returning to the top, Xiao Zhan has proven himself with his strength. Wang Yibo has also been busy. Although he was innocently caught up in the controversy, his career continues to progress steadily. The good relationship he and Xiao Zhan developed during the filming of The Untamed is still relished by fans. The two often discussed the plot on set, and their interactions were very natural. The rumors of a rift are completely unfounded. Anyone with a discerning eye can clearly see that they were deliberately provoked. The 227 incident sounded a wake-up call for the entire entertainment industry, and the relationship between celebrities and fans has become more delicate. On the one hand, idols need to guide fans to pursue their idols rationally, but on the other hand, idols cannot be solely held responsible for fans' behavior. Striking this balance is indeed a question worth pondering. It now appears that both Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo are victims of this controversy. One, after being targeted for 5 years, has finally been vindicated, while the other, unwarrantedly implicated, has been forced to refute rumors. The entertainment industry can sometimes resemble a giant reality show, with one actor taking the stage and the other taking the stage. It's exciting, but it also causes hardship for the parties involved. It's worth noting that Xiao Zhan's case for defending his rights has set a good precedent for similar incidents. If similar situations arise again, artists will know how to use legal means to protect themselves. This is far more effective than simply issuing a statement. After all, a written verdict is the most convincing. Speaking of which, I have to mention that the online reactions to this incident have been quite interesting. Some supported Xiao Zhan's rights protection, others argued that Wang Yibo was innocent, and others analyzed the legal implications of the verdict. The discussion was lively and even more engaging than watching a TV series. Most importantly, however, this incident has prompted more people to reflect rationally on the harmful effects of online violence. A lot has changed in 5 years. Xiao Zhan has grown from a rising star to a formidable star, and Wang Yibo continues to push boundaries. The 227 incident will eventually fade into the past, but the reflections it left behind will endure. These two actors, through their own experiences, have taught us that the internet is not a lawless place, and that everyone must be held accountable for their words and actions. Looking back on this whole incident, perhaps the biggest winner is the rule of law. The law has brought justice to the victims and taught a lesson to everyone. Being an idol is inherently joyful, don't let it become corrupted. After all, an actor's work speaks for itself, everything else is irrelevant. 5 years later, the court ruled that the mastermind behind the incident was finally caught. However, what was surprising was the manipulation of the situation. After 5 years of persistence, the court ruled that the two hosts of the super chat, Guo and Lu, had maliciously manipulated and infringed on Xiao Zhan's rights online. They were eventually sentenced to apologize. Although the amount of money was not large, it was the result of 5 years of unremitting rights protection. This ruling actually tells us one thing: the overwhelming online violence was not simply the pay-the-bill behavior of fans. There were actually people behind the scenes manipulating and pushing public opinion in a worse direction. Looking back, the out-of-control online environment was not just the confrontation between fans and passers-by, but someone deliberately created divisions and turned a small conflict into a collective punishment for the whole nation to celebrate. Wang Yibo was caught in the crossfire. He was really dragged into the incident even when he was watching the fire from the other side of the river. When the verdict came out, everyone thought that Xiao Zhan won, but they didn't expect that Wang Yibo's name was also dragged into it. The reason was very simple, that is, someone dug out the Super Talk Host of the Year, who not only led the rhythm to scold Xiao Zhan, but also used the same account to vote for Wang Yibo and cheer for him. It was like there was a professional water army who attacked Xiao Zhan during the day and canvassed votes for Wang Yibo at night, making the two of them seem like enemies. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan had been working together since the Untamed. They were really partners who respected each other. They were quite natural in the behind-the-scenes footage and interviews, but the fan circle likes to create confrontation and split them into enemies. With the help of the Water Army, the illusion of contradiction was created. This time Wang Yibo was involved, and to be honest, he was caught in the crossfire. The account used by the Water Army had nothing to do with the artist, but unfortunately, many people cannot understand these details and have to make things dark. Fortunately, Wang Yibo's team reacted quickly, immediately held those responsible accountable, and took legal action. Xiao Zhan's growth was not ruined by 227, but instead he embarked on a new path. In the final analysis, this 227 incident was actually an opportunity for Xiao Zhan to reshuffle the cards. You think, he was originally labeled a traffic star, but was suddenly beaten to pieces. Unexpectedly, he could actually survive it. Later, he began to reflect, what on earth did the audience see in him? Director Zhang Xiaolong once said that only Xiao Zhan can play Shanghai. After the performance, everyone felt that Xiao Zhan's acting skills were more mature than before, and his performance of Shanghai supported the tension of the entire drama. In fact, the 227 turmoil made him lose several years of his golden period. But it also allowed him to calm down. You say, this nirvana-like transformation. Looking back at this incident, it's like a mirror, reflecting the madness of fan circles and reminding us of the cruelty of online violence. A small misunderstanding can be magnified into a national carnival. An apology may not be able to stop the spread of rumors. In recent years, there have been many cases of online infringement, but the most shocking ones are the lawsuits won by these top stars. Because the public saw, even a star like Xiao Zhan had to spend 5 years fighting a lawsuit to prove his innocence. The entertainment industry is a traffic game. The truth may arrive slowly, but it will arrive sooner or later. Some people say that the entertainment industry is actually a game to see who is more popular and who is more unlucky. Whoever is more popular. The ending of the 227 incident tells us one thing, The truth, although it may come slowly, Xiao Zhan has finally gained a clearance after 5 years of persistence. Wang Yibo's innocence also reminds us not to easily believe those manipulated water armies. This is not just a victory for a certain star, but more like all those who have been coerced by online violence. People get a little comfort. The entertainment industry will always be lively, but shouldn't we also be more rational and not be blinded by the surface situation? You know, the truth may be hidden behind a fog. This incident taught us a lot. The internet is not a lawless place. The truth will not emerge overnight. What we need is more patience and rationality to see clearly the hidden things behind. After all, there are a lot of lively things in the entertainment industry, but what can keep the memory?
Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe to our support channel.